This episode of GameByte wants you to get 10% off of all your purchases on Jinx.com. Yes! Save yourself 10% by using the promo code QUITSTALLING_366 when you check out on Jinx.com. Oh! Do you like what you see on the website right now? It's an Anthem collection. Oh, Anthem's merch might actually be better than the game itself, but that does not matter because when you buy something from the website, save yourself 10% off by using the promo code QUITSTALLING_366, and maybe your Ranger line art tee or your Colossus and Interceptor line art premium tees will be just that much more affordable. Yes, use the promo code QUITSTALLING_366 when you check out on Jinx.com. Save yourself a little bit of money. Welcome everyone to GameByte. I'm feeling good tonight. I got a little bit of nappy going. I got to charge my batteries up in the sockets. I am your host. I am Herald Silvestre. Yes, that is my real name. Oh my god, what's going on? It's not a screen name. It's not a battle tag. No, that is the name I was given. It's strange, right? But it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. We're good. How are you? Welcome everyone. And you know what? I can't do the show without my lovely co-hosts. And they're here with me. They happen to be here on the show with me right now. Let's get to it. The man, the myth, who also happens to look like Manny Pacquiao in a vest. It's Insta DZ himself, aka D's Nuts. How you doing, DZ?
I know it. You're gonna trick me into wearing this stupid outfit just so you can say that. Damn, Harold.
That's not why. I just thought of it on the fly, but you know, you look good, DZ. You look like if AJ from the Backstreet Boys grew his hair out.
No, it's okay. No, don't take backs. Collect forever without sign. I know. You know, as soon as you mentioned Jinx.com, I immediately went to Redbubble.com because they sell the Train Insane shirts.
I don't know what website that is, man. I'm all about MyJinx.com. I'm all about QUITSTALLING_366. But it's good to see you, DZ. It's good to see you, man.
Yeah, it's good to see you guys. Like, I think did we have a show last week?
Last week we did not have a show, but this week we're making up for it.
Yes. So there's kind of a lot of stuff for us to go through. So I'm glad everyone could join us. Yeah, and I'm glad. Man, this is such a hectic week. Jesus Christ. Anyway,
I feel you.
From now, the other side of the world, on the west side of the world.
Oh.
We have ElderDjinn on the show. How you doing, Elgene?
Oh, he's muted.
I think
he's muted.
You're muted.
He's still
I guess
muted.
It wasn't just the lamp that broke.
You lost. Oh no.
We lost audio.
No.
We lost audio. We'll try and get him back. NASA, Houston. We have a problem.
He's too far from the sun.
Are you there, Elgene? Are you there? No, he's not. Okay, we'll try and get him back. But you know what? DZ looks at spectrums, and they reflect different colors. And today the color is red, and the red is of the rage of the Fury Bot himself, Mick DeGuzman. How you doing tonight, buddy?
Hey guys, sorry, there's a new light in my room. That's why my camera is acting up all weird.
Why
apparently I look a little red. Apparently I look a little red now.
Red with rage.
I'm colorblind, so I won't see it.
It's fine. It's fine.
It's fine.
We'll turn on the colorblind settings.
We'll fix it on post. Harold will fix it on post. Okay. Good evening, everybody. Okay, so on the other side of the world, well, he's actually in the atmosphere. The man, the myth, the legend himself, the other one, not Insta DZ, but ElderDjinn. Hey, how are you doing, ElderDjinn?
I got introduced twice. I feel special now. But hi,
yes,
guys.
Yes, you should.
Can you guys can hear me now? Great. Okay.
Yes.
Hi, everybody. It's really nice to be here again. So yeah, good to see everybody.
Yeah, we're back. We're back this week, ladies and gentlemen. Last week was an amazing show. I listened to it. I didn't want to tell you guys because I didn't want you to get all conscious during this episode. But last week, man, was a firecracker. We started hot. DZ mentioned that it was an amazing intro. This week, not so much. Yeah, we'll work on that. But you know what?
We'll work on that.
We're hot. We're hot. We're good. We're good. And we're riding some momentum. You know what? In about 8 minutes, we keep counting down. In about 8 minutes, here, if you're watching live, it's gonna be Pokemon Direct, where we're gonna get some brand new news about Pokemon, and hopefully it's not just another a side game, I guess you'd call it. Like, I hope it's not just Pokemon. Let's go, Geodude. Yeah, let's
go, Geodude.
Not to knock on the Geodude and Golem fans and Graveler fans, but yeah, I'm hoping it's a little more. At least just a little more. But
Yeah,
I'm pretty excited.
Let's go, Clefairy.
Ooh.
Oh.
That would be good.
Pokemon, let's go Jigglypuff.
Oh man.
Let's go Jigglypuff.
It's Pokemon Moon and Pokemon Moon. Okay, I get it. I like it. I like it. But yeah, we're gonna keep our eyes out on Pokemon Direct that's happening in just a little bit. But as we go through the show today, you know, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be a fun time. And it's always a fun time when I got these guys on the show with me. So let's find out what you and the rest of the people watching live and at home have been playing. Guys, if you're watching us at home and you're in the chat, let us know, what have you been playing? Start us off. These nuts, man. What have you been dropping?
Okay.
Aside from these nuts.
Of course, everyone knows that I've been playing Apex. That's pretty much what I've been playing. You know, the funny thing is, I cannot even remember if I played Anthem this week, or was it last week? I don't even.
You
remember.
did not. I
didn't?
took note. I took note. You did not. You dropped it after level 4.
Ooh.
No, come on, now. I got the level 10. I got the level 10.
Fine, you dropped it at level 10.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, I played Anthem last week, not this week, but it was last week. And I have, after like 2-3 days, I didn't even touch it. So. Save your money, buy Devil May Cry next week.
Oh man, hot take, hot take.
Wow.
Hot take.
I'm so glad. Like, I was talking with my brother in dinner time. Like, he told me, Jegs, Devil May Cry is coming out next week, and it's for PC. Okay, this is the first time they're releasing it at the same time as the console. So I'm just gonna buy it for PC. I'm gonna borrow someone's PS4 controller. I'm there. I'm gonna play one of the best spectacle fighters ever.
Jegs, you haven't yet borrowed. Just pass by for my controller at home.
Thank you, sir. Wait, you don't use the PS4 anymore?
I have 2. It's fine.
Okay. You don't have anyone to play with?
Does it look like I have?
Yeah. Don't you like invite the notorious KGM over?
No. His brothers buy it, and then they play it. I'm just gonna play it solo, and then I'm gonna finish it.
Oh.
Yeah.
ElderDjinn
I'll take
in
it
the
from
chat.
then.
Oh yeah, sorry. ElderDjinn in the chat came to Diego's rescue, saying, you know, disclaimer: Diego does not look like Manny Pacquiao. Well, take that up with the people who saw us on Casual Connect's live stream.
Oh my God!
Did that actually happen?
That's where this all started. That's where this all started. Was me and DZ were on a live stream in Casual Connect Asia in Singapore, and then someone in the chat was like, "You look like Manny Pacquiao."
Oh no!
Oh
no!
Oh,
That's what
man.
happens when I don't shave.
Oh, okay. I mean, you look like a way handsomer
look.
version. DZ, you look like a way
good look
handsomer
on you.
version. All right.
No.
Yeah.
Don't worry about
want,
that. It's a good look on you.
I could live with come on. I want at least one, maybe.
Yeah, you look like him too.
Wow.
You look like
So
him
why don't
too.
you open with that instead? Come on, Manny Pacquiao. Dude.
All right. Well,
I'm
next
hurt.
week you will be the Erwan Youssef of video game.
Yeah. You're the Erwan stuff of video
I'll
games.
prefer that. We can ride with that.
If
since Jack
Erwan
Black
is the
pretty
fat
much...
kid inside, Jago
Oh,
is the
come
fat
on,
kid inside
Mick.
and out.
Why are you
Fine.
saying that like it's a
Fat kid
bad thing?
outside.
No, the fat kid inside and out.
Inside.
Hey, nothing wrong with that.
What the?
You
heck?
love eating food.
Oh,
You know
man.
that
So does
that I
everyone
can
else.
get by.
Hey.
That I can get by. Anyways, but yeah, like that's all I've been playing.
Awesome. Shirzo Animato in the chat has been playing quite a bit of Kingdom Hearts 3. Shirzo says,
Wise
dipped
choice.
into a few games of Apex though. Ooh, how'd those go? Couple of W's?
I could
Couple of
probably tell
W's?
you that. Yeah, I could tell you the answer to
W.
that.
That is
Human Panda in the chat says, oh, I saw this. Human Panda is also streaming. Been playing Doki Doki Literature Club.
Oh boy.
Well,
That's a lot of fun.
Oh.
Yeah, he said it in the Discord. Like he mentioned a mixture of poetry and gaming, and I was like, okay.
Yeah, poetry, gaming, waifus, and what's
And
going
a lot
on?
of crazy stuff. A lot of crazy stuff. Not gonna lie.
Oh man. All right. Well, we know what DZ's been up to. ElderDjinn, man, what have you been playing?
So yeah, not to sound like a broken record, but I've also played Apex Legends. I've been playing Apex Legends.
Nice.
Scareto in the chat was saying he's played it, and I played with him. So we tried playing his first couple of games online, and they went as well as you'd expect for for all of us. But don't worry about it. I mean, it's a game. We're learning it. We're getting good. It's fine. But besides that, I've been playing a bit of Black Ops 4 since they have the new Contraband stream up.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to get to tier 100 again to unlock all the stuff and yeah, all that good stuff. And last but not least, I've also picked up Tekken 7 again because
That's nice.
the call to a fighting game is too strong. And
Who do you use now?
Armor King. He's my new favorite. He's so much fun to play, and I've actually reached Grandmaster last night, so I'm really pumped about that.
Good job,
so,
dude.
yeah.
Look at the badass over here.
Good job.
Not really.
Good job.
Grandmaster is like nothing compared to most people, but still, it's the furthest
Still
I've
pretty
reached
high.
in a long time.
Oh yeah,
so,
dude.
Yeah.
Further than me.
Yeah.
Further than me.
Yeah, just enjoy the small goals and then just build up to it. Build up to it.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Small victories.
Mm-hmm.
BMO King of Vu in the chat says Tetris 99, the battle royale of Tetrises, and that is not a
Tetris.
hyperbole. It is literally
It is.
a Tetris battle royale. So
Yeah.
good.
Real.
I mean, yeah.
It looks fun.
Oh,
It really does. It really does look fun.
I can't wait for Pong 99. That'd be so good. Or you know what? Pac-Man 99. That would be
Pac-Man 99.
hectic
Hey, that's-
as heck.
That would be. I don't even think that the only thing different that Tetris 99 is from other games is that that you're beating someone's ass.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that makes it more, more entertaining to watch.
Yeah.
It's just Tetris, but you're just going against 100 other people, and that's, there's like a website, a free website, where people used to play Tetris. I forgot what it was called.
Facebook.
No, not even Facebook. It's like its own website.
Tetris battle?
It probably
Tetris Friends.
something like that. Yeah, like you just going up one on one. That was like before we had fiber. Now that we have fiber, I mean, like it's being able to go up against 99 other people is possible.
Yeah.
So it's with that logic, Pac-Man could actually work.
Right? Pac-Man Battle Royale.
In theory, yes, it is
Yeah.
possible.
Oh yeah, like I think Bimo King of Wu says when you get eliminated, you become a ghost, and you go against the ones that the ones
Versus
that are
the ones
left.
left.
Yes.
That would be fun.
Okay, wait. Someone said Pokemon starting on.
Oh, it's Bimo. Bimo says Pokemon is starting.
So it is.
Dang it. Do we? Yeah, I just got the YouTube alert on my phone as well. Ah, man, I'm torn. I'm torn. Well, yeah. Before we go to that, I'll find a way to cut to it in a little bit. But before we go to that, DZ, Wancho's also been playing Tetris 99 aside from you and Bimo, and I was watching people play, and certain people are really good at it, and I was like, wow, Tetris 99 seems easy. And then I see other people struggling like really hard, and I was like, no, that one person just made it look really easy.
Oh yeah.
Like there are times when you're like, oh, they're falling behind, and then apparently they're just setting up to make like a huge Tetris combo, and I was like, no, you animal. It was really cool to watch. It's really cool to watch.
It's insane.
Yeah.
Oh man. Okay. So now we have another co-host, guys. I know he's late, but we still gotta ask him. Mick, the Fury Bot, what have you been playing?
Oh, I've been playing Apex. I'm almost 100. I'm gonna move on to the PS4.
Yeah.
And then after that, I don't know, man. After that, Anthem. I just finished the main story, so I got a lot to say about that game. So, yeah. Good thing I finished it this afternoon. That's great. Sorry, I'm watching the Pokemon Direct stream on the other screen.
Stop it.
Sorry,
me too.
sorry. We're all, I'm just looking left and then back in the screen and then. Oh no! Oh wow, that looks nice. Ho ho
It
ho!
does look nice, doesn't it?
All right, Herald, what have you been playing?
All right, so as Pokemon Direct plays in the screen below me, because I don't really need the full screen for myself, I'm okay with that. I haven't been able to play as many video games as I wanted to, even though I'm about to ramp things up with more Spider-Man. Things have piled up, so I had to backtrack a little bit, get a couple of things done. But I have continued to put the Chicago Bulls on my shoulders and lift the entire city on these two thick tree trunks of legs that I have. We're close to the NBA playoffs, guys, and you know what? Me and the Bulls, we're doing it. We're doing it, all right? And 2K, we're doing it. Aside from that, like, I've been wondering what else I could play aside from Apex Legends. I'm having some fun in the game. Still trying to find the right sense for me. That's pretty much my main goal right now, is to get my aim to where it was in Overwatch, because I'm still trying to find like that right mix, you know, that right mix where I don't have to think too much about my tracking. So like that's pretty much it. What is this, Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield?
Shield?
What?
They ran out of colors.
They
They ran out of freaking colors.
Pokemon Sword and
Object
Shield.
Ah, this
Man.
is interesting.
That's the new.
Sword and
Yeah, those are the new Pokemon games.
Breaking
watching.
news, ladies and gentlemen. Pokemon Sword and Shield announced and confirmed here on GameByte.
You know what they're gonna? You know what they're gonna do? But there has to be the third version that's gonna be released. They call it Gunblade or Gun Shield Gun
Oh,
or something. You know, it's like that Monster Hunter gun.
What about
Monster Hunter
Pokemon
Sword
Armor?
versus Shield
Why don't
Sword.
you just call it Pokemon Armor or something, man?
Oh my gosh. Pokemon hat, Pokemon helmet.
Oh,
Pokemon Greaves.
no, man, it'll be Pokemon My Axe.
And my bow.
Oh yeah, Pokemon Bow would be pretty cool. Bow and arrow. Iron Hammer
Bow and
stream
arrow,
echoing
yeah.
your right. Iron Hammer stream DZ in the chat echoing your sentiment of they ran out of colors. I'm gonna cut away from this for a bit before they flag us for ripping it off. You know how those bots work nowadays. It's pretty rough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bimo King of in the chat said shields up. Heck yes, shields up. Yeah, we're gonna have it playing in the background, and I'm just gonna cut to it whenever there's something interesting. But yeah, so that's what I've been playing. Let us know in the chat what you guys have been playing. Tweet us, message us on our Discord, or on Facebook. Let us know, what have you been playing? Aside from that, guys, I do want to give a shout out to the guys over at Game Over PH, because they recently announced, as Mick had written in the show notes, Game Over Respawn. Mick, what is Game Over Respawn?
So apparently we recently had an event in Game Over, and according to them, it was going to be the last event for Game Over PH.
That's right.
Now the thing is, turns out they actually closed for renovation, and they are opening again on March 1 with a new name, Game Over Respawn. So stay tuned for more details, I guess. The only thing we know is that there is a date. There is a date already for the re-release. We are aware that, you know, I just saw some photos that they just added the ping pong table and the billiard table. So it looks like we're gonna see something else, as in we're gonna see something different with the whole restaurant. Hopefully they have my char siu pork is still there.
Oh
Really
yes,
do hope it's
yes,
still
your
there.
beloved
I love
char
that.
siu pork.
Yes.
This is gonna be a weird episode, guys, because I'm gonna be cutting in and out like this. We're seeing the new starters for Pokemon Sword and Shield, Grookery, Scorbunny, and
Is this
Sobble.
Gen 9 or Gen 10? How many generations have there been?
A lot.
Too many.
It's Generation Steel.
Generation
Remember, they ran out
Steel.
of numbers and colors.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna shotgun Sobble. I love the water Pokemon, so that's why I'm just gonna go for Sobble in case.
Yes, and
Just saying.
While-
Just saying.
Group
While we were talking earlier-
Or maybe Sable. Ooh, wow.
Suble.
Okay, so it's gonna. Okay, so just so you know, for the fans at home that are listening through through the podcasts and of course the Spotify's, turns out that the new Pokemon game will be set in the Galar region.
yes, took the words right out of my mouth, Mick. And it's releasing worldwide this year. We don't need to wait that long. We don't have to wait that long. All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Late 2019 said the board
Looks like
on
a
our
year.
screens just now. So hype, guys, hype. I'm excited to see. I'm hoping they show us more of the graphics and the in-game stuff, because we kind of missed it a little bit. And you know how they do. They kind of cut into camera angles that you don't really see in the game. So I want to see the actual game. I want to see more. And I want to get my ginormous ass Snorlax and Onyx following me behind. Like how I can get Eevee and Pikachu to sit on my shoulder and let's go.
Oh boy,
Like-
it's dropping on the Switch.
Oh,
yes.
It's gonna be good.
Yes.
that's
Sorry.
awesome.
Sorry.
So what's
so that was it.
Sobble?
Yeah.
Sobble is the so there's Grookey, which is the leaf Pokemon.
Ground
Looks
monkey.
like
And
a-
then you
like,
have
what
Scorbunny,
animal is
which
it?
is the fire Pokemon.
Which is
It's
a
a
bunny.
rabbit.
It's
And
yeah, it's a
then
rabbit.
Sobble looks like I don't know what it looks like.
It looks like a
Sob?
teardrop with legs and a
It's- yeah, Sobble.
Yeah, so root word,
I
guys.
kinda
Sob.
I might go Scorbunny or Sobble. I'm not really a
Scorbunny
fan
evolves.
of the leaf types,
It
the grass
becomes-
types. My bad.
It becomes Weeping Weeple.
Sobble and then Soblet,
Raynal.
and then
not
Sobble,
Raynal, like
Sobblerino.
Cryo.
I don't know.
Oh, apparently that's it. And people in the YouTube chat are furious. How spoiled have we gotten that we get
They're
mad?
furious?
Yeah, they're like, what? That's it.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. All right, I'm
That's
not
all
even
you're gonna say
I'm not even.
about the game?
I'm not even. Bimo King of Wu, or as I heard in Apex Legends, Bimo King Gofu, says water chameleon. I like that.
Oh.
Yeah, that's pretty dope.
Wait, so
like-
it's done? That's it?
Yeah.
that's the only announcement they have for Pokemon.
For
Really?
Direct? Oh.
More
That's the
detail.
entire direct?
They're gonna drop more details.
I mean, you can't get more direct than you're getting at the end of the year, and these are the names of the
Oh.
game.
Yeah,
All right, I guess.
they'll drop more details soon.
Sure.
Look at the
Yeah.
Nintendo apologist up in the upper left of the screen.
Oh,
I mean, okay.
And Bowser's really turning things around for Nintendo. Damn.
a lot of people are so mad. Oh my god! And everyone's typing on the chat for I think it was the one I'm watching, Ruffled Rowlet. They're all chanting sword or shield. Which one they're gonna get?
Ooh.
I think I'm gonna go for sword. Sword sounds better than shield.
I'm more of a Thord guy. I'm more of a Thord guy. Well, you know
I
what?
want to
We'll,
get Mallet.
I'll ask
Pokemon
you
Hammer.
guys. Yeah, we'll talk more about Nintendo, what just happened, and of course the recent news about their main man stepping down in just a second. But we gotta have a proper transition. So guys, thank you for letting us know what you've been playing. Keep it going in the chat. But for now, it's time for the news.
This week in video games.
Yes, this week in video games is brought to you by the Quit Stalling Geekcast. Tune in every Fridays, 1 p.m. Philippine Standard Time, 9 p.m.
gotta write this down.
California, the day before Thursday. And of course, watch me, Sensei Humor, and of course, the chosen Juancho Saldana, as we talk about all things geek and pop culture. Last week we talked a lot about nostalgia when it came to, things like All That and Nickelodeon, SpongeBob getting spin-offs for its characters, and so much more. Check it out. It's out now on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Play, everywhere you can get your podcasts. And of course, YouTube and here on twitch.tv/quitstalling. All right, guys, we got some news. And someone stepped down from Nintendo. Isn't that right? Who wants to take this?
I can take it.
Who wants to take it?
I'll go
Jago.
DZ.
Jago
D's
loves
nuts.
Nintendo.
Go for it, man. Go for it.
And I'm gonna do this without any show notes. Well, basically, as we all
that's my
know,
boy. That's my boy.
I was gonna say,
Reggie
Yeah.
Fils-Aimé,
Going
the
off
one who
screen.
coined the term "My body is ready," has stepped down and stepped down as CEO of Nintendo of America.
What?
Right? Yes, he has stepped
Yes.
down. Like I think that was last week, if I'm not
CEO,
mistaken.
president.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
See
he
you
had
in
a really
prison.
nice goodbye message. Isn't that right, DZ?
Yeah, he did. And Reggie was like a really good front or a really good image for Nintendo of America. He's also he was seen the most friendliest among the big three, among the big three, big three companies.
Phil Spencer,
that right?
and, what's his name?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was like the kid that grew up and actually got to be the president of a company, and he's like, you know what? I'm not compromising so much in public.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, like since of course, he stated that the reason why he wanted to step down was that so he can spend more time with his family, of course. And it's, but I mean, this guy can afford to retire at 57 years old. I'm sure he can.
He can.
Yes. Yeah.
I mean, look what he's done. You know, like he's one of those people that up until recently have been more behind the scenes. But you know, like, yeah, you're right, DZ. He's first of all, he's not really. He's well off in terms of financial status, and
of course.
There's no better reason to retire than to spend more time with your family. That's why Chris Metzen left Blizzard. If I can, you know, give a little shout out to our Activision Blizzard overlords. Yeah, like I like that. I like the people who have worked their lives for something they like the video game industry, get to retire early or whenever they want to because they can. You know, it just means that the industry is thriving, and it's hopefully gonna continue to do well. Hopefully, you know, unless companies like EA run into the ground.
Oh, you had to mention EA. Ooh.
We're starting it early, people. We're starting it early.
Here we go.
Here we go. Let's do it.
My body is ready.
Oh yeah, there you go. Well played, sir.
A few more things. Speaking of the one whose body is ready, just for the record, also Reggie plans to retire April 15 of this year, and then he will be succeeded by. This is where all the memes are coming from. He will be succeeded by Doug Bowser, and like that's not a joke. That's really the last name of his successor, Doug Bowser.
Yeah, I did see that meme actually. Now that I think about it, where they took a picture of Doug Bowser, and then in the background there's like a tied-up Luigi and Mario doll.
There is. There is. I was about to say that. Wait. You guys see that? You guys see that picture though? Doug Bowser posted a picture that says "Thank you," and then look in the top.
I love it.
And that's the funny part is that no one even like read the card. They were like, "Oh my god!" He's like, "Oh no, it's a hostile takeover. We're gonna see We're gonna see Super Bowser Odyssey in Super Bowser World."
See,
yeah, I mean, like,
no,
go ahead,
DZ.
Gerald.
Okay.
Go.
So like, this is one thing I enjoyed, and it's kind of one thing Nintendo's sort of been lacking is a sense of humor in terms of their online presence. They're very strict with allowing people to stream on sites like Twitch and YouTube. They make it hard for you to be able to do that, and you know, copyright strikes are easy to get with Nintendo stuff. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to edit this video when I upload it to YouTube because I'm probably gonna get a copyright strike from the Nintendo Direct, or at least from what just happened. This plus what Reggie showed in his video, I want more of that from Nintendo. You know what I mean? Like, I want more. I'm sorry, Elgene, Blizzard-esque lack of seriousness in terms of the content they put out. You know, don't take yourselves too seriously, I guess, is what I want from Nintendo, because there's so much room for stuff like this. There's so much room for it. Look at that. Mario and Luigi are tied up by, I think, a Nintendo 64 controller, a GameCube controller, and the cord. Like, what?
Dang.
That's hilarious.
Well, yeah, I think though I remember before though. Yeah, I think this is like where they're gonna start it once and for all, like really go with it, because I think a couple of years back when they were still doing E3 conferences, they did have a skit at their E3 show where they had those puppet versions of Reggie, Masahiro Sakurai, and
I saw that.
Satoru Iwata,
Shigeru. Oh.
and Shigeru, all the big Nintendo guys, right?
Yeah.
They had that bit, and then they have all those funny Wii fighting, you know, the Nintendo Wii boxing fighting things with Reggie and Satoru.
Oh yeah,
that's when they were like slowly doing it.
Oh, I think I found, I found a photo of that. Hold on, let me
and now they're going into memes I mean,
Yeah, they're going
have they embraced the bow set thing? No.
No,
No.
they did not.
I hope they don't.
officially approved.
Okay, never
Probably
mind.
not going to.
They officially deemed it non-canon because they said that only I think only who was that again? Toad could actually wear the peach crown.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
That was the official statement,
Okay.
and because of that, only Toad can become Toadette.
Oh.
Sadly.
That's
Okay.
freaking hilarious. All right, real quick, if I can take a sidebar.
Go for it.
Thank you, Human Panda, for gifting Zeffy Buns a subscription, a
Hey.
tier 1 sub
Oh,
to
man.
twitch.tv/.
How many has
Thank
this
you.
guy given out?
This is his 11th, man. Human Panda is a beast. Thank
Wow.
you so much, HP.
Nice, Human
Uh,
Panda.
and pretty soon, Zeffy Buns is gonna be able to use a potentially, no guarantees, an ElderDjinn emote. Who knows? Who knows? We have
Did you hear that,
slots.
hon? You're gonna get an emote of me.
Too bad.
Oh man. I mean,
good
it's kind of sad how what do you call this? I didn't gift Emily her first sub. She got it from Human Panda. So okay.
Girls gotta eat, man.
Yeah. What? Oh well, yeah, true. Yeah. But anyway,
alright.
thanks, Human Panda. Really appreciate it.
Oh man. Let's see here.
Iron Hammer's
I-
on the stream.
Yeah, Iron Hammer is on fire again with the quips. Some of them I don't think I could say on stream, but these are hilarious. On point as always. Iron Hammer, Francie, Shane, Human Panda, always with the quips in the chat. Sometimes, like, if you guys hear me laugh, especially audio-only listeners, if you just hear me giggling sometimes when it isn't called for during the conversation, I might just be reading the chat. So forgive me.
Oh.
Forgive me.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh man. Alright, so that's happening in the Nintendo side of the world. Let's shift a couple of gears here. And guys, we some of us got to play a battle royale near the end of 2018. One known as Call of Duty Black Ops 4. And its battle royale mode Blackout. And it was fun, DZ. I think you guys who got to play would agree with me. It was fun during the time that we were playing it. It was cool. It was a more refined, sort of friendly version of PUBG for some of us. And now they're kind of chasing the dragon. Now they're looking
Back
into
to
the
the old-
loot box side of the world.
Oh wow, how unique.
So
Gee, are we
Of all the
surprised about
time.
this?
Okay.
To put it.
So for those of you maybe not watching again the video feed, Activision has sort of ninja added loot boxes to Black Ops 4 in the form of what they're calling reserve crates. And of course you can purchase reserve crates for in-game currency that you could mostly should have to purchase or would have to purchase via real currency. So yeah, Activision Blizzard, guys. Activision specifically, I guess. It's according to as you'll find on Reddit, it is now a $60 game with a $50 season pass. Also has a battle pass you can buy tiers of. It has direct purchases in the game, and now loot boxes. Loot boxes.
Yep. It's basically gotten the whole unholy trinity of play gaming.
Yeah,
Look,
man.
all of the microtransactions, full $60 price,
Subscription.
a battle pass on top of, no subscription yet. Oh god.
Yeah.
God
I mean,
forbid there's going to be a monthly
Yeah, I guess the battle
subscription
pass is in a subscription.
If there
You're
was,
right,
it would have
yeah.
been worse. It would
Yeah,
have been
but-
worse. Way
yeah.
worse.
And the thing about these loot boxes they're just there. Like other companies have already developed ways to basically, incentivize getting loot boxes, where you do like even in Black Ops 3, for example, to get reserve crates, you used to be able to, do a bunch of achievement, like you complete an achievement or something, like you 50 kills a day, or you do you win 7 games in a week, you get X amount of box. But this is just tied to gameplay, and it roughly translates to, it used to be 2 hours and then you get 1 box, but now it's 1 hour and 1 box. Bimo King of Ooze actually puts a good point. They named the patch Operation Grand Heist. It's incredibly on the nose.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's so on the nose. It's not even.
They stealing all our money.
It's so funny. It's too good.
Lord.
I'm also laughing because Ian Hammerstream misspelled Titanfall when he said it's a stripped down Titanfall, and he called it Titafall.
When I saw that, I was like,
That's so funny. Oh man, it is.
Nobody
oh
wants
my
to
gosh.
see that.
I don't know, like for the people who were on the fence about continuing to play Black Ops 4, this might be something that pushes you out. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause it feels scummy.
You know, I felt bad because I was looking at my Twitch feed and when that thing came out, all the big streamers, they were playing Blackout only because they got sponsored to, only because they got paid to.
No.
And like then I transferred to like one of the mid-tier guys, Josh OG, and like, he was commenting about the whole thing. He was saying, yeah, we're the only ones playing Apex now, but all those big guys, they're playing Blackout. But you know what they really want to play? You know what they really want to play? They're just getting paid to play that.
Oh man.
Yes, they are. Yes,
I mean,
they are. They are.
I know we'll talk a little bit about it later, but you know, at least they're not getting paid to play it, and then get told to take it down because what they were saying about the game wasn't to their liking.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's,
I'm like,
man, such a weird time
I mean,
in the industry.
I mean, yeah, they really snuck these loot boxes in too. You know, they
Yeah,
they
man.
already they understood it was bad to begin with. That's why they didn't put it in right off the bat. But now that everyone has played the game, they've gotten accustomed to
They've
it.
somewhat enjoyed it already.
And, yeah, and they thought, okay, let's put them back in. You know, it's
Now.
like
Now's the time.
they had to have planned this. You know, they had to have
Yeah.
planned it.
No,
But
I
yeah.
really think it's just a way for them to actually get more money out of the fact that not everyone is playing that game anymore, so they're not
yeah,
making as
exactly.
much money. And
Mhm.
seeing as how in a few weeks ago we were talking about their earnings call and what their plan was for the future, I think they might. This is like the precursor of what the new Call of Duty will be, the one that they will build upon. I really don't think it's Black Ops 4 though. I really think it's gonna be something else.
Yeah.
But they're
Yeah.
testing out every microtransaction possible on their existing franchise to see, this might work for our new existing IP.
Yeah, like we
Yeah.
talked about last week, it could just be Black Ops X, a sustained game. What's it called? A paid services game? There's a term for it.
Yeah,
There's a
live
term for it.
service.
Live service, yeah.
Live service.
Call of Duty
Yeah,
Future
that
Ops
buzzword is so like cringy to hear these days.
or
is-
Infinite Ops.
Yeah.
It just means so many bad things, you know. When especially when it comes to your wallet, it's just
Oh yeah.
doesn't feel good.
Your bank account. Bye bye.
Yeah. To their credit, the loot boxes are purely cosmetic. Except for one item, which I still don't have a problem with, because so in the loot boxes you can actually acquire guns. Like they're still the same guns. You can say they're gun skins, if you will, that give you experience bonuses when you shoot when you use them in game.
Oh.
Yeah.
And that's not a bad thing in the sense of in the context of Call of Duty, because if you have a higher level than someone else, it really doesn't matter. It just means you
It does
have
not.
yeah, because everyone's just prestigious anyway, so it's not like it really affects game. It's not pay to win still.
Yeah.
No.
So yeah, and they also toned it down a little bit since they first put it in. So it used to be the contraband stream would jump to tier 100, then everything after tier get you reserve crate.
Yeah.
At launch, they removed the 100, like the post 100 reserve crates, and then just made it exclusively gameplay.
Wow.
Yeah.
And like I said, it used to be 2 hours of gameplay to get one crate.
Since
Since then,
yeah.
yeah, I know it's a lot, right?
Yeah.
So since then, they've toned it down. They put back the post 100 reserve crates, and they cut it down to 1 hour instead of 2 hours of game.
Oh, that's not bad.
Which is better, but I really don't want to let them get away with putting loot boxes back into the game. Paid loot boxes, the kinds you can, and mind you, each loot box is $5. It's kind of absurd. It's 500. I think it's 500 COD points. So it's $5 to get.
Wow.
So
it's 200 COD points.
200.
Oh, 200. My bad. Okay, so 200. So $2 for, which is about average. Now that I think about it, but
Yeah.
So
But we still want to be upset. We still want to be upset at this. It doesn't take
We're
away
still
the
mad
fact.
at you.
No,
I don't like. Yeah, I don't like it. I won't buy them. I'll just play until 100. 100 plus, and save all the reserve crates I collect until that point. But yeah, it's not. I'm not the target demographic. The target demographic are the ones who are, who are vulnerable to these gambling mechanics. So it's those people we have to worry about, not us. You know what I mean? So
Definitely. All right, DZ, any thoughts on this before we move on?
I'm so glad I uninstalled it.
yeah. You're fine. Yeah.
Fine. I am fine.
Yeah.
I still remember the first night, me, Diego, and our friend Hags, Novel Fort, sorry. We were playing Apex, and then all of a sudden, after we got our first win, as soon as we logged out, you could just hear Diego, "I'm so uninstalling Black Ops 4. I'm so uninstalling Black Ops 4." He's like,
Yes.
and then our friend started doing it. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna do it as well. We all uninstalled that night. It was a great night.
Yeah.
Great night.
It was a great night.
I mean, if you really only played it for Blackout, yeah, absolutely. Apex Legends thing, you are totally justified in uninstalling it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Absolutely
And,
justified.
We've been talking a lot about Apex Legends on the show recently because it is a fun game, but it is not without its faults and flaws. Some might say it's because EA put all their money on Anthem. But not us.
On Anthem.
Not us. Not us.
Let me just highlight the absurdity of that. They put all the money into Anthem, and we've all seen how it turned out, right? Like,
Yeah.
So
anyway, go on.
we've reported on that in the past. I saw an article recently that actually said that, they were wiping their hands clean. They were saying, no, EA had no part in the development of this. They pretty much just put their name on it and launched it for us on Origin, is kind of what it was saying. All the development...
I think they just used the platform, maybe.
Yeah. So all the development, EA had no part in. So that's probably why they didn't hype it, because they didn't know that it was so good.
They didn't know how good it would be.
Yeah. Okay, so back to the point. There's still a couple of bugs in the game. I think, Mick, you wanted to talk about this?
Oh, sure. So first things first, there are a lot of, with every new game, there are bugs that will occur through time as you keep playing the game. Now, here's the thing. With Apex Legends, they found the bugs started piling up. From the fact that your game suddenly crashes from the loading screen, or if not, even in like crucial fights like last 3 or last 2. I crashed like 3 times last night for some weird reason. I have no idea. And Dizzy, who is a streamer on Twitch, actually discovered another game break, which is not really a game-breaking bug, but it's a very exploitable bug.
I'm sorry, I thought you mispronounced Diego's name.
Yeah. You could have... Oh, wow. Dizzy. Oh.
Energy Dizzy.
Energy Dizzy. But then, yeah. He actually found a glitch hack where you can actually relaunch yourself while in the air. While you're trying to hover all your way down, you can actually launch yourself up again and fly around. So just you could use it like when it's your last circle. So it's an exploitable bug that gives people the advantage to know where their last opponent is, especially in the final circle at round 3 or 4.
Yeah.
Aside from that,
They patched it out already, did they?
Yeah, that's the update. They actually patched that out. There was a patch this morning.
Okay.
And they patched out the crashing and the glitch. Aside from that, they still have that one glitch where you could rapid fire the Peacekeeper, which is arguably one of the slowest guns in the game, though very powerful, still one of the slowest. You could rapidly fire all 6 rounds by just, I think, tapping 1 and 2 back and forth while reloading.
Yeah,
So
shoot, reload, switch.
Yeah,
shoot, reload,
a lot of people
switch,
are doing that, and that's actually, our friend who likes, my friend who discovered it actually thinks, aside from the guy who loves Fortnite, you he was the one who was explaining this to me that it's hard to do, but it's actually exploitable by the people who actually know how. There's even this one bug now that you can actually bunny hop in the game. I don't know how you do it, but apparently
it's in there.
It's in there,
Yeah.
somewhere there. But yeah, that's our basic update. They just patched it. They just patched out that game-breaking bug. That was actually the whole topic here in the show notes. Yeah. So download it now. You don't crash. The game doesn't crash anymore.
Yeah.
And like give Respawn a ton of credit because they did a lot with this game and it was really good. It's really good.
Right.
Their loot boxes don't have duplicates.
They do not have duplicates.
That,
which
I
They
love
made it
that.
clear.
appreciate.
I love that.
That's the microtransaction I can get by. Still not gonna buy it.
So not only do they not give you duplicates, but they tell you straight up what the odds of what you're getting are as well.
Yes.
Like
And that
Yeah.
is what Belgium
boxes
always
have done
wanted.
that, you know?
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
they're following the strict European guidelines so that they can
Yeah.
appeal to the European Union.
Yeah.
And not to mention, they also have
Hi, I'm John Warner, game director for Anthem.
Oh,
Uh,
really?
Yeah, so
Oh, yeah,
every
that's right. 30.
every 30
Yeah.
boxes you are guaranteed one legendary.
That's
So if
right.
you're that unlucky in your 30 Apex,
Too bad.
you at least you get one.
Oh man.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
well.
that also,
Oh yeah. Go on.
I was gonna say that it also brings to mind. I'm sorry if this is gonna sound like gushing about Apex Legends again, but
Gosh.
isn't it kind of like impressive that 1 week later we got a new gun, or 2 weeks later?
Well,
Like,
they pre-planned this, man. They pre-planned this. I really feel
they
like
probably, yeah, they probably did, but it still feels good to get something new 2 weeks into the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the Havoc is a lot of fun to play if you have
Yep.
the right attachment for it.
if you have a turbocharger.
Oh, it's so good with the turbo.
Note to
Love
select
it.
fire. Please note to select fire. Do not
It's-
get
yeah,
that
really
with the
rough.
Havoc. Please,
Really
no.
rough,
You're just
yeah.
wasting your bullets. You're wasting your bullets.
Oh, new Mali. O'Malley described us with Twitch Prime.
Woo!
There we go.
Oh, There you
Personally,
go.
personally though, I like Oh wait, Nico Numali on chat brings up a good. I don't know if this is a bug or an exploit or whatever. The moving Gibraltar shield. Have you guys heard about that?
Wait, you
Yeah,
can
that's also-
like he throws it on the ground, you push it like the one that's on the
You have
ground.
to
or
have a
something?
lifeline and a Gibraltar on your team. You have lifeline throw down her health drone or the health vacuum. Okay, and then you put the shield on the vacuum because you can move the vacuum. You can push
Oh,
The vacuum cleaner.
the vacuum.
The,
So you can
the cleaner bot.
Yeah, the cleaner bot. But yeah, I mean, like, backing up to the bugs and all. I mean, they were like bugs, exploits, whatever. But I'm glad that the thing is, Respawn was, it's good enough to like patch them in as soon as possible. You patch them out as soon as possible.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
So
I
like,
think they can afford that because the thing is, if you look at the version of the game, it's a version 3.0 game. That means this game has gone through rigorous testing
Yeah.
to make sure that it is polished by the time they release it. So
Yeah.
just saying that alone, they don't have to. I think they've already,
Mhm.
gone through all of the game-breaking bugs and everything.
Yeah.
It's just that
I'm gonna be honest, guys. If Blizzard released this, I'd be like, "Oh my god, Apex Legends is the best game ever."
Oh God, no.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
sadly, they
true.
did not. And we have other things to talk about, and especially in terms of the other side of the pond on the EA parking lot, the EA campus.
EA parking lot.
It's still EA, but
It's
okay.
still EA, but you can tell
Still
that it's
counts.
slightly more expensive, and it has like 6-7 more stories in their building. Of course, we're talking about Anthem, and okay, so Anthem launched in full last week, and especially since the last time we had a show, and Mick, you were talking about this in one of our Facebook chats, in one of our Discord chats as well, I think. They had a day one patch.
Yeah.
People were hoping it would fix everything. Like
Like
How naive.
no, it did not. I gave it. You know what? They had a patch since it was released I think about 7 days earlier than official release for Origin Access Premiere. I got to play it around, I think it was the 18th. I got to play it a few days in. It was horrible. It was horrible. So much glitches, so much connection errors. The game crashed 3 times trying to play it within an hour. It was horrible. They patched it like they gave it a pre-day 1 patch, which is like 4 gig. And which is like 3 gig. And then on the day of the release, they patched it another 4 gig. So all in all, that's an 8 gig patch, and it's still broken, if you ask me. I mean, it fixed the whole platform where your javelin is, the one where it spins around. They actually fixed that.
The Forge?
But aside from the Forge, exactly. But then aside from that, there are still a lot of things wrong with it. Like, there are times where you would connect in a game and then your helmet's missing. You're just a headless javelin running around until you get disconnected. Or your javelin has a specific color set and it just disappears completely.
Man.
And then you're just like, oh, I got disconnected again. Oh crap. And honestly,
there's so much wrong with the game. There's so much
still a lot of problems with the game.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if you guys watched it. I linked a video in our show notes. It was Angry Joe's review of the game, and he summed a lot of it up quite well. And he was saying what they showed us at the E3 2017 quote-unquote demo video, where it was supposed to be the in-game engine acting in real time. It's nothing like that. This is what we were expecting, because this is what we've been fed over the past how many years? 2 years.
Yeah, I saw the video because there was a part of the video where the players find a gun as a drop and they could use that after, but
nope,
it's not there.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. I actually watched a video about the comparison of the demo to the actual retail game.
Yeah, man.
And there are a lot of things different.
Night and day.
I mean, from Fort Tarsis alone, they reduced that. Oh my god, to the floor. Less crowd density. Lighting is just pretty off. There's not much moving things in the background. Not to mention that when that scene, the one that we just saw, where you're just exiting the platform so you can get on the platform so you can fly off. That's non-existent. It's a loading screen. That's not real. You're not gonna walk out of something. You're just gonna appear outside Fort Tarsis for some weird reason.
Yeah, let me bring it up real quick. Shout out to, who is this? I'm about to show a video. I'm trying to load it. Nick930. Check out Nick930's YouTube channel. This is where we're getting the comparisons from. Yeah, if you're watching the video feed.
Video I watched.
Like,
it is.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, look at how crisp the left is compared to the right. I mean, come on. You might be watching it on Twitch, so it might not
like,
be
it's not
as
bad,
good, but it's still.
That's the thing. It's not bad,
it's
but
not
it's
terrible. Yes.
It's just different.
Yeah,
it's not what we were promised. And like this especially this part where you're supposed to see a walker go above you, a giant machine walk above you as you're going through these really well sun-shafted streets in the bazaar. Like,
that's not the same one I saw.
You don't get that. You don't get
look
any
at it
of
now.
that.
Look at it now. This is the comparison. Oh, it's not a lot. It's not a lot. They really had to tone it down.
So to put it like Angry Joe did, man, they fucking lied to us, man. They lied to us.
Yeah.
And it's harsh because if they didn't lie to us, it's a pretty game.
It is mostly pretty, yes.
Right? Like, ignore the loading screens because, well, you can't. But if they just gave us what they were, if they just showed us what they were gonna actually give us, people wouldn't be this pissed.
Right.
You know, like, it's the reverse of what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to set expectations low and under promise and over deliver. They over promised and hella under delivered.
Yeah.
It's
fun.
Yeah. Sorry.
Go ahead, Mick. No, sorry. No, you go ahead.
Go first. I'm just gonna say how it. I'm just gonna say how it was a comparison to what happened with the Division back in the day, when it first released. A lot of people, when the demo released, it's like actual gameplay demo. It was just beautiful. And then when the game came out, it's like, wow, that's very lackluster. Yeah, I think they got the lighting right, but everything else was very lackluster. They changed the whole look and feel of the game, especially the UI when you're actually toggling up. Same thing happened with Destiny 2 as well. You know, let's be honest, the gameplay demos were pretty cool, and then when you actually played the game itself, you're like, this is not the game I played in the demo, or I saw in the demo. It's
funny you say it
again.
It's actually kind of funny you say the Division was like, oh, this is not what I expected from the demo. Anthem at launch was exactly the same as the demo. If you think about it, you know what I mean?
That's true.
Still buggy as hell.
It's like, and the thing is, I love how everybody was like, oh, they're gonna fix it on the day one patch. It hasn't been released yet. First of all, don't let the early access release fool you. That's the date it's supposed to release. Second of all, a day one patch is not going to fix the fundamental problems, and it's not something you can patch, man. The problems in this game are in the engine, you know, like the loading screen, the way things move. That's something that takes years to fix. Yeah. And let me remind you that this game was in development 6 years. The kind of things you want to fix won't occur in 1 week, you know what I mean?
No, it won't. I think that for me, I gave it a chance because, you know, despite the constant loading screens, or the fact that you're so slow walking around Fort Tarsus, or the constant disconnects, is that I wanted, aside from all of that, it's actually it's an okay game. It's a genre that I actually enjoy, which is a grindy looter shooter, which is truth. It's just that I gave it a chance because, you know, I thought that they'd be able to fix the connection problems, the constant bugs, especially on the Forge, the fact that the game crashes after I open the Forge after every mission. So yeah, they fixed like 50% of that. The other 50% is still there. So I might just, you know, might not play this. Soon.
You know what? Yeah, Elgin's right. It's the engine itself, and
yeah,
I said earlier, ignore the loading screens. You can't, because that is
you can.
That is 80% of the problem with this game. Maybe even 90% of the problem is you want to be able to explore the world with this amazing tool that you have, the javelins. These amazing tools that you have, and that's mainly what captures your imagination, is when you see the beautiful landscapes, whether it's the pre-rendered stuff you saw in the E3 2017 trailer, or what you have in the actual game right now, which isn't half bad. You want to be able to explore those, but you can't, because you're gonna hit a loading screen after a couple of seconds, or unsurprisingly, you hit an invisible wall, which is honestly one of the main fears people had before going into the betas.
Invisible ceiling.
Yeah, invisible ceilings actually is the more apt thing. Because everyone saw the game and they were like, oh my gosh, it's Avatar with an Iron Man mech that you can zoom around in. And you get like 10% of that, you know, like, to be generous. And you want more. You want the game that captured your imagination with a trailer. And you're left with what you would expect a mobile port would be in a couple of years.
Oh God, no! Don't say that.
Too harsh.
Don't say that.
Too harsh.
Don't. Not that it's too harsh. You're giving EA ideas. Don't do it.
No. No. Oh. Hey, Harold.
Hey, Human Panda again.
Again.
Human Panda with his 12th gifted sub. This time to Ion Hammerstream, because he's noticing Ion Hammerstream using LOL so much. He's like, you know, use the Herald LOL. Use the Herald LOL. Thank you so much, Human Panda. You are amazing. Thank you so much. We should have like a panda emote. That's it. We're gonna throw a panda emote because he's bought his way into our emote slots.
Yeah, that's fair.
Well,
oh man,
you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Dialing it back. Let's take a breather here for a second, guys, because I got a little worked up there. But you know what I mean? Like, honestly, it's rough.
It's very rough, you know.
Yeah.
It's because the thing that really bothers me about Anthem is the game that has, well, first of all, it has good bones. I feel like this game has the structure to be really good if it had that tender loving care it needed 6 years ago.
Yeah.
But because it doesn't, that's why it's bad, because it just doesn't have that TLC needed. But the concept in and of itself is something I'm super down for. You know, giant robots, guns, explosions. I mean, shit, you already sold the game to me. But the thing that really bothers me about it is it's a game I actively really want to play, but there are so many things in it that prevent you from playing the game.
Yes.
It's like you were saying earlier, like, people are going to say, oh, don't ignore the loading screens. Well, you really can't, because those are moments of Anthem you're not playing Anthem, which is just... How could you ignore that, especially considering it takes so much? Exactly, it takes so much time. Yeah. I watched Angry Joe's review as well, and he said one loading screen was longer than the time he actually played that mission, and it was so bad. You know?
It was a 5-minute loading screen for a 4-minute mission.
For a 4-minute
oh my gosh! Like, why though? Like, who thought in QA this was a good idea? Like, who was like in QA playing this game saying, oh, this is good, this is serviceable, we can work with this? Like, who said that? Like, who allowed this to happen? You know what I mean? Oh my god.
But I honestly feel like the reason why we're all so salty about this game was the fact that it was advertised as an open world experience. But the truth is, it's just another instance-based looter shooter that's just grindy as hell and has a lot of loading screens.
Oh my gosh. Instance based doesn't even begin to describe it, honestly.
It's a loading screen based, sorry.
It's loading screen.
It's a loading screen based looter shooter with one big map that you could go around, that you're actually forced to do during the quest. You have to go around the whole map, and I've already explored the whole thing, and I'm already sick of the whole map. I'm not gonna lie. And I'm very sick of the whole map.
Is it even really technically the whole map? Because you load in and out of certain parts of what should be one big map.
One map. Fluid map.
See, it's funny you say instance-based, where, you know, most other games have multiple instances. Anthem only has one. And it's not open world, and that's it. It just has one instance, you know?
And here, you know what's the sad part? Free play, you can only be... There's only 4 people that are allowed in free play. You're not even playing with random strangers unless if you go public expedition. And aside from that, they're all doing their own thing. They're all doing their own thing. It's not like Destiny 2 where each zone, there's a random person there aside from your party mates who are actually going around trying to level up, trying to explore the small area that was there, that was provided in Destiny 2, which is actually acceptable as compared to this one where it's just 4 people in such a huge map that has a lot of loading screens hidden in the nicks and cracks there. So it's man, it's not a good co-op experience. I'm not gonna lie, it's not a good co-op experience. Strongholds are fun though. Strongholds
but they're recycled. There's a lot we can go into about Anthem that a lot of YouTubers have actually pointed out already, and it'd be sort of redundant if we went through all of them, but you know, we could list a couple of them out. You know, Strongholds. Out of the 3 that you get at endgame, 2 of them are recycled. Like Iron Hammer Stream said earlier on, dungeons don't level stream, or they don't scale up to the certain level party levels of your party members. There's a lot of stuff there. FOV is strange. Although
motion blur is crazy.
Motion blur is weird. That's something you turn off right away because it's stupid.
Everyone turns it off. Everyone turns it off.
Oh man, there's a lot of stuff in this. But yeah, Mick, I think you wanted to talk about this. The sales have gone down, right?
Yeah.
Sales. No, that was me.
Yeah, that was
DZ, go DZ.
Sales have gone down. I know about this as well.
DZ, you've been awfully quiet, so I want you to talk about sales. All right.
All right. No. Yeah. Well, Elgene and Mick pretty much said everything. But one thing I want to point out that Iron Hammer Stream said is that, oh yeah, when you die, you have to wait to be revived. You can't even exit. You can't do anything. Right. Oh my god. Okay, but yeah, moving on to the sales. So yeah, we all know how.
Yeah, sorry, real quick. Not only do you have to wait when you die, if you if you load slower than your friends, or if you just stray too far from them, you get tethered into a loading screen because your collar and your leash are so short, and you have to get pulled into where they are, into their part of the instance. So if they're way ahead of you, if they're just zooming through the dungeon and don't care about your first time in it, you're gonna get roped into their section already, and you're gonna have to load into it, even though it'd be faster if you just zoomed into it with your jet boosters. So that that's
I feel like these, like, one last thing I'll say. I feel like BioWare didn't, during production, it's like, let's say for the first year they're like, okay, let's make this game, let's make this experience, and then the second year came up, oh wait, this is becoming a thing, let's do this. Remember, it's a multiplayer game, okay, so make something multiplayer-esque. But remember, third year, it's still single player. Okay, let's go back to single player. It's like it doesn't know if it's a single player experience or a multiplayer experience. Because imagine if they just did away with this whole open world, quote unquote, and multiplayer experience. It would have been a good single player game.
Yeah,
I guess it would have been fine.
True.
But I don't know. It seems like they didn't know what the hell they wanted to make. They know what they wanted, they just didn't know how to do it there.
Or BioWare knew, and then EA was like, no, do this.
Oh yeah. No, dude.
I believe that.
Then again, BioWare does have a bad track record right now.
And I think like this BioWare isn't the original BioWare anymore, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because they got gutted after the Old Republic was scrapped for parts by EA. I'm gonna keep saying that.
Yeah, like that's why like I don't want to say like. That's one thing, like when people like say BioWare is doing a bad job. Like, no, it's not the original BioWare. It's like saying, Titanfall is making. It's like Titanfall. It's like saying that Infinity Ward does not make a COD game anymore. Like, no, it's because it's not the original Infinity Ward studio. So it's pretty much just EA screwing
It's not
things
the
up.
original members.
Easy. It's like saying like, oh, Quit Stalling doesn't know what they're doing, but that was original Quit Stalling. They had no idea what they had in their hands, and then they created GameByte, and they turned the Quit Stalling podcast into the Quit Stalling Geekcast, and that's about it. But you know what? It's so much better now.
It's so much better now.
I feel like that's an analogy that's gonna go over. But moving on.
Check out Quit Stalling test episode 000X.
Oh my god.
He's X. Yeah.
It's horrible days. Alright, so moving on.
He's having non-flashbacks to that.
Swiftly moving forward. Some statistics have come out in the past week. Anthem physical copy sales have tanked as far as the UK. Just disclaimer: as far as the UK market is concerned, these are only statistics for the UK market, and this does not yet include digital copies, PSN, Xbox Live, or Origin, the EA Access. None of that. This is purely store-bought physical copies. Oh, shout out to Arcaro Gaming in chat.
Hey,
right,
hey buddy, let's play later. Apex, baby.
So from people have said, like, I'm quoting from, like, this is a weird website for it, but they're pretty much saying the same thing. Comicbook.com talking about Anthem sales. Legit. I think I linked the wrong one because there was another one there. Oh, sorry. Engadget.com. Oh, no, that's the other one. Sorry. Let's go with comicbook.com or whatever. Oh, Eurogamer. Sorry, the Eurogamer's the one who said this. Also. Or Eurogamer or comicbook.com, whichever. They said Anthem topped the thing is, Anthem did top the UK boxed game sales chart in the first week of release, but with half the physical sales of BioWare's previous game, Mass Effect Andromeda. Okay, so Anthem sold roughly a quarter of Destiny 2's week 1 physical total from back in September 2017. Okay, so now let's get a bit more specific with the numbers. Daniel Ahmad, I think is a games journalist, said this on Twitter that Anthem sold 10% of what the first Destiny sold in its first week.
Oh my god.
So let's look at the numbers of that. This is just UK. This is just UK. So Destiny sold around 417,000 units. Okay, the first Destiny in its first week. And Destiny 2 sold 175,000 units. Okay, first week. So with doing the math, which means that Anthem has only sold 42,000 units.
Wow.
Physical.
Wow.
Physical
Physical,
copies.
yeah.
This is okay. So, no, Inside Gaming did try to pull some statistics of their own. So again, like despite the discrepancy between Anthem and the other games, due to the lack of other statistics, everything must still be taken with a grain of salt, because according to like UK, UK 80% of the games in the UK are more or less sold digitally. So
Yeah.
Anthem might have so digital copies estimations, they might have sold around 160,000 digital
So
copies,
short.
which means which means it's about 200k ish in total of Anthem copies sold. But again, this is just the UK.
Yeah, because you're also
and-
considering like Origin Premier subscribers, I guess.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the thing. You're considering that.
The
But
smart ones who actually decided not to buy the game, but then like,
Yeah.
I want to play it. I want to give it a chance.
I mean, but you know, like even though that like we're saying that okay, this is only physical, this is only UK. The UK is the 6th biggest market.
Yeah.
In the
It
world for gaming, so that is still a pretty huge number. And like, but yeah, like no one has released statistics for US, for Asia, none of that stuff yet. So you don't know. But yeah, what do you guys think? Do you think this is I don't know. Do you think this is a bad sign or a good thing, or do you think there's still hope? Dare I
real
ask?
quick, I want to give a shout out to Rhoda, who's in the chat right now. He's one of my raid teammates, telling me to quit slacking and to get back in a raid. I'll be back soon, buddy. I promise.
No.
Be right back.
All right. I guess I can go first. I guess. Well,
Yeah, go on.
yeah, I guess I'll go first. He left. But then I think this is bad news, but not necessarily for Anthem, but rather for the physical game market. I mean, it just really shows how the times are trying to, there's gonna be a time where we're just gonna buy things on a website and just download it, since apparently the internet here in the Philippines is getting better now. I heard. I'm not sure. I think that's just a rumor, but
I mean, I have
Yeah.
fiber internet when most of the US doesn't. So
true. Yeah, but judging from that, it just shows how much people would like the convenience of actually just buying it from like cdkeys.com or from the Origin client, or probably get it 50% off after like a month because this game's flopping really bad. I don't know.
Mick, you might want to move
But,
your
yeah.
mic a little closer.
Yeah, let me get a little closer. There. But yeah, from the looks of it, I think we have to look at the full sales with the other countries to actually give it the verdict if it actually tanked or flopped, because I do feel like this game was super hyped, and then pre-selling started going down and down after constant news, and then the
After
private
demos.
the demos,
Oh
the horrible
my gosh,
demos.
Yes.
So I feel like the people who pre-purchased the game before they even got to play the alpha testing or anything like that, they're like, well, I already bought it, so I gotta,
Right.
Whoa.
you know what? I'll play like an hour. Like that.
So it's been tough, and like we've alluded to, I think DZ mentioned this. They did kind of have a roadmap for what they had planned for was it the year? DZ, was it like the coming year?
I think like
90 days. 90 days.
That's it.
yeah.
I thought it was
Yeah.
a roadmap for the year.
First 90 days.
Okay, well that's less impressive and way more disappointing than I thought.
I'm scratching my head at that now. Like, what is that gonna do exactly?
Yeah. So could someone tackle that real quick? Cause I'm. Oh wow.
Are you? Whoa, Jago, do you want to take this?
Okay. Where are we in?
So the roadmap.
We're getting lost in the roadmap.
The roadmap. I don't know much about that. I have not seen the roadmap, and I couldn't care less because the game sucks. I am not playing it. I'm not buying it. Screw you.
All right. Well, okay. All right. Let's look at this.
All right. Let me try to explain.
Yeah. So as the guys are pulling it out, it's just it's.
Oh, that sounds bad.
Oh, Iron Hammer King in the
Here
chat.
we go again.
Oh no, BMO King of Ooh said just 90 days, then they abandoned the game for good.
Oh boy.
Yikes. Man. Not good. It's not good.
Oh, wow.
I mean, honestly, like 90 days is just not enough time to fix what's wrong.
Yeah.
Okay, I do remember this actually. So like one of the things they're gonna add, like the Shaper Storm,
Yeah.
you know, the Cataclysm, all that good stuff. It's interesting because wasn't that in the trailer too? Like the freaking Shaper Storms were supposed to be part of the things we're gonna get when we bought the game.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Well, at
And-
least it's free content. Think about that, right?
Mick, it was a trailer. Like it was got on right off the bat. It's free content. It's like saying, man, I don't know, man. You're right. Sure, it's free, but you paid $60 for it. You know what I mean? But
No, I mean, like, think about it this way, because EA is notorious for having $10 to $20 paywalls per expansion.
yeah, I mean,
And
right? Yeah.
for them to actually give us a 90-day timetable of content that they're probably gonna add because they don't have time to fix all of the bugs and add new content.
Right.
I'd say that's their way of saying we're trying our best. Okay, cut us some slack, right?
I mean, I guess, but at the same time, it's like people are going to lose interest. Like
They are
very, very quickly.
very quickly.
And
I think,
yeah, and that was the biggest thing I've been saying from the very beginning. And is BioWare cannot mess up the launch because as far as they're concerned, their future is grim. The only saving throw they have now is the next Dragon Age. But right now, with all the negative, the negative attention they've received for Andromeda, now they're going to get a negative reception for Anthem. And with how shambolic it is right now, it's a bad look for BioWare as a whole, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm personally, like, I know it's not the end of the world just yet. They still have a Dragon Age in the works. But considering their track record, I hope they're not going to pull a Visceral Games. Because what happened with Visceral Games was, they're known for the Dead Space franchise. And then EA tells them to do something they've never done, which was Battlefield Line. And then when that failed, they got eaten. And they're gone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I hope BioWare is not doing that with Anthem, where they were told to do something they've never done before, fail at it, and then get eaten by EA. It's just, I don't know, man. It's painful. It's painful to look at this roadmap because I'm looking at all of this and I'm thinking to myself, why was you've had 6 years to do this? And if you can't put this, like, if you're gonna put this in 90 days, why haven't you done it all? I really don't see how this is in the slightest, you know?
And like, honestly, I would have been okay if they just did not release it yet. Like,
they made us wait 6 more months, maybe.
yeah, because like, you think No Man's Sky would have been like enough warning for them to be like, okay, let's wait till it's ready. You think that the industry would have learned? But I don't know. Are they just that stubborn? Are they just that arrogant? I guess I don't know. I guess. Are they just
maybe
that
the
scared of
pressure.
their investors? 'Cause,
They're scared of
I'd
the
be-
investors,
yeah.
most likely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Scared of their
It's
investors.
the-
Absolutely.
Probably, like, half the time, it's probably the investors like, hey, where's that game you promised us? I'm selling my stock.
Yeah.
And then
That's
price.
exactly.
Stuff like that.
Exactly.
Though I must say, I think the biggest problem of the game, aside from all the bugs and the loading screens, I think it's the incentives that you get for playing the game. The loot. I think there was an article in Kotaku about how the game itself is not rewarding. It's actually showing signs of what Destiny 1 used to be, which was a horrible, grindy first-person looter shooter, where a lot of people waited like 2 expansions before the loot actually got good. Also, maybe even I could even compare it to Diablo 3 that had real money auction at the same time, where the best loot is sold for $100 by some scumbag who wanted to make an extra buck on his PayPal account.
So that's the thing, right? I guess to wrap things up on my end, and to take a couple of notes from Angry Joe, he was just saying like, Anthem is not the game that it should have been, and oh man,
It's not worth $60. I'm
definitely
saying that now.
not. And
It is
it's gonna
not worth
be it's gonna be a game that will be great a couple of months, maybe a year down the line, and there are gonna be way less people playing it compared to if they just launched it at the state that it would have been a couple of years down the line. And I know, like Iron Hammer Stream said in the chat, a studio EA size or BioWare size, a delay would have really hurt, especially with the fact that EA put a lot, pretty much majority of their resources into Anthem. But still, like, what they released is probably just stemming the bleeding, I guess, because the potential of this game would have made them boatloads of money. And I know that time isn't really as fluid as one would hope in terms of, you know, development time and the process and, you know, investors' money going in and out of the company. But, like, man, there's a world where this game turned out to be the game, and it's just not our timeline.
Probably.
Yeah.
Man.
And
DZ, you okay, man?
I'm
You look
looking
like you
at-
died.
Huh? No.
No,
Go ahead, go on. I'm just listening.
We basically said what he wanted to say because me and him have been talking about this for the past few days.
Yeah.
And trust me, he is very salty about this game.
I just hate this game. I
See?
hate it.
You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I
he's
feel
still
you on that
so
one,
EA
man.
Access Premiere. He doesn't know what to do now. Aside from play Apex, because this guy's pretty pro. You guys should watch that clip where he had a P2020 and then he just headshot a dude. Good job.
Oh man. Well, I guess the last question that I can pose to everyone from BMO King of Wu is: you guys think they'd be motivated to fix it or just move on to the next game? Can they afford to just move on and not fix this? I guess is another question.
What else? What else does EA
that-
have?
That's a good counter question, Harold. I honestly think they have to fix it. They have to fix it, make it like just a bearable game, a game that is more rewarding than tedious, because it is a repetitive sequence, and not to mention that half the time you're on loading screens. So in like 1 hour, 30 minutes of the time, you're just stuck on a loading screen. So I guess they should fix it. Maybe not make more content for it, because I don't think anything they do now for this year or for this year or maybe even the next can actually revive the hype that they received when it first showed. When it first showed in, I think it was E3. Was it E3? Yeah, did they show in E3 2016? E3 2016 or 2017? I don't think they can build back that hype. Same thing with Destiny 2.
2017.
After Destiny 2, even if a lot of people went back for Forsaken, it was just never the same. And a lot of people are still like, they bought the game, they all stopped after a month of finishing Forsaken. So right now they're trying to find a way to actually get more of the player base back again. Yeah, but I think that is a problem though with looter shooters. You can't really like maintain that much. Yeah.
Anthem 2: Songs of War.
Oh boy.
Anthem 2. Javelins redefined.
Oh my god.
Man, see, here's my thing on the whole. Should they continue fixing it? Right.
Mm-hmm.
Fundamentally, there's two big problems with this game. Well, three, I guess, if you go. So the third problem would have been the loot sucks. For a looter shooter, why do you have such, like, there's nothing crazy special about what you pick up.
Yeah.
The first problem being the technical issues, which is in and of itself there should be their first priority should they fix this game. I'm with Mick here in saying, what do you call this? Content should be taking a back seat, but at the same time, that is actually one of the big problems with Anthem. Is once you complete the 3 strongholds, pretty much have nothing to say or to play, right? So, and I was looking at this roadmap again. The next stronghold will come out to, so that's 2 months down, down the line right now. So, yeah, it's like, it's so weird because it's a weird juggling act they have to deal with now. They have to fix both the foundation of the game and the content because it's really lacking in both.
Yeah.
And the thing about looter shooters is the content part of it has always been a problem day one for most looter shooters. But that's the stuff that gets fixed over. the foundation needs to be strong from the very beginning.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna have nothing, and that's what Anthem's problem is, you know.
Hell yeah.
But that's my thought on the matter.
Okay.
What about Diego? What are your thoughts?
On Anthem,
I mean, what should they fix it? Should they fix it? Like, should they fix the bugs first, or like just move on to the next? I mean, not really fix the bugs, but rather should they try to build on this specific franchise, or just move on to the next one?
Yeah,
which is
or
probably
pull a
Dragon Age
Destiny
4.
where they just come out with Anthem 2 and it's sort of what everyone expected, or maybe even better.
Yeah.
Or give up
Or-
and give us proper Star Wars games. Hey!
Oh, SWTOR 2.
I think they should just give up.
Ooh. Okay, hot take.
I really think they should
Go,
just give up.
DZ.
Pretty rough. You can see the face.
I
Look at the salt
want
in
to
his
say
face there.
I want to say that okay, fine. Let's do something like Ubisoft. Dedicate time to the game. I mean, like what they could do is probably, fix the bugs first. I mean, because it doesn't matter if they make the game any better. If the bugs are still there, who cares? Because,
No one can play it.
no one can pretty much play it. So, yeah. But the thing is, it's that. Remember when we talked about this, Herald, last year, in like one of the shows that I remember specifically saying when the trailer dropped, you said, I want this now, right?
Yes.
Now we don't want it anymore.
No.
That's
No,
what
I
take
wanted
it away,
what they-
please.
yeah,
take it
'cause I-
away now.
Because I wanted what they showed us. This is
there we go.
not,
You wanted what-
right?
Yeah.
This is exactly so.
Yeah.
It's so disheartening. So I don't care anymore about Anthem. Anthem it's a joke. It's a freaking joke.
Yeah.
Sorry, what isn't
Although-
a joke is the fact that DZ took a direct quote from an old episode and hit it on the head.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't much of a
Bam.
quote, but like, dude, that made my heart get warm, right? It's like, you remember that?
Oh,
Did you watch that
remember?
recently? Did you watch that recently?
No, I actually just remembered it because I know how badly you wanted it.
Yeah, man. Hey, who's opening plastic?
What's that? What's that? Is someone opening chips? Oh.
Share it
just
with the
my bad.
class.
My bad.
American.
Share it with the
Sorry.
class.
Sherry, pass
I
it
was
on the
actually-
left. My hand's here. Oh, sorry, my hand's here.
Sorry.
Go pass
Sorry.
it on to me.
No,
Go
it's
pass
all
it on to
good.
me.
It's all good. No, but yeah, DZ, like, it's not what we wanted, and
No.
I've managed to disconnect myself from that already because of how disappointing that first demo day was. Like,
Yeah.
and I still had a little bit of hope when I got to try. I think it was the Interceptor, and then after that, I was just like, you know what? There's so much fundamentally wrong with this that you can't even put your finger on everything. There are the major things like the loading screens, and there are even those little things that you can't fully describe yet until you get more playtime in, and it's just, it's really not what we wanted.
Yeah.
It's, yeah, they didn't give us what we wanted, I guess is my main point, and it's disappointing.
Harold, Diego, I just remembered.
Go.
We actually talked about this, I think, a year ago, when there was an article that was released where some of the main BioWare developers actually left BioWare.
Yeah.
And they were the ones in charge of Anthem. And we actually spoke about, does this look like a bad sign for us? I mean,
And it
because
was.
it was the precursor of something we shouldn't have played in the first place.
Man. Oh, Iron Hammer Stream throwing shade at the Frostbite engine. Oh, snap. Oh, snap.
Yeah,
Frostbite.
I'd imagine that's where a lot of the problem.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
it's fine for 22 men on a football pitch, plus referees, I guess. It's all right.
Yup. It's good for 64 people shooting each other with guns.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which is strange if you think about it. It's capable of so much.
But wait, yeah.
Why does it suck?
Yeah, why does it suck in Anthem?
What happened?
Oh, man.
Oh man.
See, Arcaro Gaming knows what I'm talking about in the chat. So, so much potential wasted. Yeah.
Jeez.
He's like,
Yeah. No, I do have to. I just do have to admit, as a person who actually played it, went through all of that bullshit.
Mhm.
Sorry for the language.
Yeah, man.
The loading screens, the technical errors, everything. I did honestly enjoy the story.
Okay.
It's actually a very good story. I'll have to give credit to where credit is due. The story is pretty good. The battle mechanics after the private access beta and the public access, they actually tweaked it a bit. It's a little bit fun, but you have to choose which javelin you really want to enjoy. I mean, if you want to be a basic B and play the ranger, go for it by all means. If you enjoy throwing double jumping and then throwing a grenade, which is probably what you see in Black Ops 4 and in every other game, even Titanfall has that. But then by all means, I enjoyed the storm because, oh my golly, those effects are just crazy. That's why, for me, it's bittersweet. I mean, there are things that I enjoyed about the game, but all in all, it is still a sucky game that needs a lot of TLC. Like what to quote Elgene, it needs more TLC.
Yeah.
Give it a year, give it a year and 50% off on the price. Then you get the game. I think you might enjoy it thoroughly.
Or take Frostbite and the core mechanics of Anthem, get the license from Marvel to make Iron Man the video game.
Oh, that would be cool.
Yeah, work from there, I guess.
Iron Man. We can call it Iron Nation, where everyone is an Iron Man.
Oh, jeez. All right, let's move on.
Wow.
Oh, man. No, I am Spartacus. Okay,
No, I am Spartacus.
let's move on. Let's finish up the show with the Blizz Corner. Blizz Corner.
Let's break it down.
Epic! Oh, yes! We're ending on a good note here, ladies and gentlemen. Well, it's sort of a good note. Maybe it's also a little too late. But Overwatch has released a new hero that may or may not shake up not just the meta, but people's hearts. Because there's a tragic story behind it. As with all Overwatch heroes, I guess, nowadays, I'm a little jaded at the moment because, man, I need more lore, man. Stop, Michael Chu. Stop giving us like 30 seconds of lore for each new hero and then never touching them again. I know this is supposed to be about Baptiste and his reveal, but I'm turning it into how salty I am that Overwatch is getting a little long in the tooth, which it shouldn't be because there's so much potential in this damn world. Okay. Whew. Overwatch has a new hero. His name is Baptiste. He's like Brigitte a bit, where he's a hybrid healer, this time DPS. And yeah, DZ, man, thoughts on Lifelinus over here, on Bangai lore.
Bangai lore.
Bangai lore.
Well, I saw the kit. It's pretty interesting. Okay, so it's he has a burst. His left click is a burst rifle. His right click is a what is it? It shoots healing pellets quite like Ana, but it doesn't heal himself. And it's AOE, right? If I'm not mistaken, the right click is an AOE. And what I find cool is that it has two separate ammo. It's two different ammo mags. He has 45 shots specifically for the left click, and he has 10 shots for the right click, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
What's the skill where he just heals everyone around him?
His it's kind of like his amp it up.
Yeah, it's like pretty much amp it up. Yeah, that's basic. But the one that's pretty cool is the
regenerative burst.
The regenerative burst, and then there's the immortality shield. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. It keeps you alive for that last slimmer of health. I guess it's kind of somewhat. It'll save you a bit for during ults and whatnot. I don't know. I don't know if he would be a main healer just yet, or maybe he would, or maybe he just maybe he would. Who knows? Which one is his ultimate? What does his ultimate do?
It's a shield.
Which one? Oh, it's the amplifying shield thingy.
Yeah.
Mortality shield.
That one. Yeah. I can imagine. Yeah, he's gonna be like
amplification
DPS.
matrix.
DPS, yeah, DPS support. How I feel about it,
He's like a bard. He's like a modern version of a classic RPG bard.
there's not really much to say. Like it's not hard for me to decide or say much aside from just giving the lowdown of what he does. Because, man, I haven't even updated the game. I haven't even opened BattleNet in like a month.
Yeah, and it's
like
fine.
Huh?
It's fine, man. Like, take a break, take a breather.
Yeah. But yeah, I guess because he's out, I have to try him soon. Because we might, whenever we have scrims again, it would be nice to
know what he does.
To know what he does, yeah, to see how
I
he
have an
plays.
idea. It's like, oh, look at that!
He's doing the thing.
He's doing that.
Wait,
On
is he
Hammer
live?
Stream, Baptiste is still on the PTR, but you can test him out in the PTR.
Oh, there, yeah.
Yeah, so
It's gonna be.
Pretty
He's
cool.
gonna be very position based. That's one thing I guess I can predict, is that he's gonna be very position based. Since, I mean, it doesn't seem like his skills are easy to connect with your teammates, right? So yeah, it's gonna be very position based, pretty much like Ana. I mean, she has to make sure she can throw the nade in the right spot. She can shoot her targets properly and shoot her ult properly. So yeah, you're gonna need to be a very coordinated, I guess, to use this guy, from my opinion. It's not those, oh, it's another healer kind of thing. No, you have to. Positioning is gonna play key with him for sure.
Imagine being imagine your whole team, or like 2 or 3 people in your team, with like a sliver of their health left, and you know that Genji that just pulled out his Dragon Blade is about to finish him off. You pop that ability of yours, and they're safe for a little bit. You know, they're safe.
Doing the pirate ship, with the Bastion pirate ship, that's gonna be a lot easier to do.
Oh yeah,
because he can just pop up the Immortality Shield while everyone's bombarding Bastion, right?
That's true. That's kind of rough. Oh.
Yeah.
I kind of like it.
No.
I kind of like it.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what stuff people put out with the new character.
It's time to break goats, man. It's time to break goats.
His
Goats
jump is pretty cool. It's a hover. It's like a moon jump.
Yeah.
Than, the
bring it up
hover jump.
Let me bring it up.
The exo boots, right?
Let me here.
Yeah. And I think, based on like what I saw from the gameplay, like you have to charge up the jump. So I guess you hold spacebar. Is that right?
Oh, probably. Yeah. Probably.
Yeah. Because
like
I'm sure
Pharah.
people just want to like do a regular jump or whatnot. Yeah, like kind of like Pharah.
All right. Well, that's it, guys. That's it. We tackled some news. Let's play ourselves out of here. Where is that? All right. It's been a good episode. It's been insightful. A lot of shenanigans have been had on this episode, and as should be expected from a GameByte. Oh, that's not it. There we go. We'd like to thank all our most recent followers: Really Plushy, Bounds, Esports Redux, Saltazar, Lazarus, PH, Renzosaurus, our newest addition to the Quitsawing Overwatch Scrim Nights, Aaron Clare, Agile King 87, Strawberries, and Uripto. We want to thank our subs, of course, numero uno subscriber, scribe, and of course #1 gifter of the subs, who's gifted 12 up to this point already, Human Panda, Dos. Thank you so much. 9 plus 12, if my math is correct, makes 21. Francishu coming in second officially now with 6 subs. Mikupi and Sensei Humor, my co-host for the Quitsawing Geekcast, tied for third. BMO King of Ooh, Neo Gear, Monster Plays, Ion Hammer Stream, InstaDZ, and Commander Root. Thank you guys so much for all the subs. Bit Cheers! Who could forget Neo Gear, #1 bit cheerer of Quit Stalling with 3,000 bit cheers. _plays with 2,700. ElderDjinn proving that you can buy your way into the show with 2,000.
Don't give anybody ideas, please.
Nerf Diva, if not now, Gwen, Mercy, Game ako, Titi Gamings, InstaDZ, and _.
Wow, he went there. He definitely went there.
How to be a host on Quit Stalling? Pay them $20. There you go. You're a host.
That easy.
You're next. Take my spot.
Nope. Sorry, not nope. Salt Desire in the chat says Baptiste's movement actually looks really fun, to be honest, and I agree. I think it's gonna be something that's gonna be one of those ninja fun core mechanics that people won't expect to be actually key, kind of like Genji's wall climbing. But yeah, I think it's gonna be something that you could do a lot with. So looking forward to that. Thank you for the insight, Saltazar. I love the reaction in chat to Elgene. I love you, buddy, and I'm so glad you're our recurring fourth chair.
I was gonna say, so savage.
Oh, Rhoda in the chat says $20. I am so cheap. Rhoda, for $20, I would like you to spell my name correctly. Oh my god, man. I love you, Rhoda. I'll be back soon. Rhoda is actually part of my Mythic Brew group. We're like a 5-man group where we go into dungeons. We call it Mythic Brew because it's morning in America when we do it. So yeah, nice. we run 5-man Mythic dungeons together. So I love you guys at Bacon and Kegs. Thank you so much for always giving me a home in World of Warcraft. And of course, Convert to Raid, Pat Crane, Fist, DZ, who is expecting our signatures in Blood of the Scribe, the Horde guild that she runs, War Chief Fist. But yeah, guys, final thoughts on today's episode before everyone can find out where they can catch you everywhere else on the internet. Final thoughts, guys.
Elgene, you first.
Final thoughts. I mean, I really wished Anthem turned out a lot better than it did. I wish it got the better, I wish we were in that unit, like Herald said, that had a good Anthem, because at its core, Anthem has a lot going for it. It just wasn't executed. So here's to hoping. I mean, I'm going to be naively optimistic that in 90 days things will get better, but I'm not really hoping for that. You know what I mean? But Jago, final thoughts.
Final thoughts on everything. I can't wait to play Apex Legends again. That's
Are we playing 5
later?
Minutes from now?
No, I'm not gonna play it tonight. I'm good for tonight.
Oh, man.
But it's pretty much just saying how much I think Anthem is just it's a shame. The waste of money to buy now. Just play Devil May Cry next week.
Right.
Wow.
Save your $60.
$60.
And maybe you could be a host 3 times on the show with that.
Yo, for $60, you'll replace Herald.
Oh damn! That would be a fun episode.
For 1 episode.
That would be a fun
So
episode.
you have no idea. How do I transition seas again?
Oh man, that'd be so good.
Oh, it's over there. There. Oh.
That'd be so good. All right. Is that it? Mick, final thoughts, man.
Rather than final thoughts, I just want to say congratulations to the Shanghai Dragons.
Boom! 41.
Baby, I just
1.
jumped ship. I am now an official Dragon fan.
Wait, what is it? 42 and 1? What,
42 and 1 and 42. Damn.
That's for boys and girls. That's for boys and girls.
Yeah. Let this be a lesson to all of you guys that, if you buy games at day one, they really are bad, especially, like when it comes to looter shooters. Like I have never played a looter shooter that was really good in day one. And you can't say that Apex is a looter shooter. It's a battle royale. It's a different genre in its own right. So yeah, I definitely learned that lesson. So with that said, I kept preaching about how I'm gonna buy Division 2 because it has 1 year free content that we thoroughly deserve. Truth is, I'm just gonna wait, like give it like a month, and if it's actually pretty good, then I'm not gonna buy the game. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do now. I've learned my lesson. I hope the people here right now who watched and the people who are listening to the audio version right now, I hope you learn your lesson too. Oh, yeah. Let's not trust the hype.
I really thought your lesson would be like, Let's all learn a lesson from the Shanghai Dragons. Never give up, never surrender.
Never give up, never surrender. Don't worry, your Shanghai Dragons just keep one Chinese guy and replace everyone else with Koreans.
Okay.
Wow. Alright, moving on.
ElderDjinn, where can the folks at home find you when you're not a GameByte?
So the folks at home can find me on Twitch Mondays and occasionally Fridays if I'm playing. Wednesday. So tonight I'm going to be streaming Apex Legends again with a couple of buddies of mine. Gertzo might be there. I don't know. You want to play later on, dude? If you want to, you can join me. But yeah, tonight we're playing Apex Legends. If you don't find me there, you can also find me on Twitter at ElderDjinn. And like I always say, if you really need to ask me any questions or anything, you can also find me on the Quitscalling Discord, and you can ping me there, and I'll be able to answer anything you like.
Yes,
There you go.
I like. FuryBot, where can the folks at home find you when you're not on GameByte?
You can find me on Twitter. That is at the FuryBot. You can also find me on Instagram at the FuryBot as well. You could also find me in the Quitstalling Discord, I guess. I guess you could say that.
Yeah,
Because I'm
you can find
practically
all of us.
online every day on Discord through my phone or anything. Just ping any of us. Pretty sure all of us will probably answer within an hour or more. Well, within the day, just to be safe. But yeah, aside from that, you can find me here on the GameByte podcast every Wednesday night, 9:30 p.m. Philippine time, 5:30 a.m. California time. What about you, Diego?
These nuts!
These nuts!
My nuts. All right, so you guys can find me on my website. Alright, you guys can find me on twitch.tv/instadz. I'm probably going to be streaming tomorrow late afternoon. Apex Legends, hopefully get more W's, less hackers on my games. If you guys want to find footage of hackers, just check out the clips. I've clipped a lot of my streams.
It's like Overwatch all over again.
Yeah, but this time I have proof, and I'm not kidding. It's really hard.
Yes, proof.
It is, yeah. This time I'm not calling bullshit. I really looked at the spectator mode, and it's so blatant. But you know, at least the game is fun. Still fun despite
truth.
that.
Truth.
I just hope they find an easier. I just hope that they fix that. But anyway, other than that, also InstaDZ on socials, Twitter, on Instagram. Other than that, check out my website www.diegoz.com.
Awesome.
How about you, Harold? Where can the fine folks at home find your fine folks at home?
I like that. You can find this fine folk at home at Herald Plays on Instagram and Twitter. You can also check him out at twitch.tv/Herald Plays, where you might hear him yell, "How's that not a headshot?" and so much more. You guys can find the rest of our content here on Quit Stalling. Why is that always the wrong position? You can find the rest of our content on Facebook and Twitter, facebook.com/quitstallingus. Twitter at quitstallingus, on Instagram at quitstalling, on YouTube, youtube.com/quitstalling, and of course here on twitch.tv/quitstalling. If you like our stuff, follow, subscribe, cheer us on with some bits, or listen to the audio-only version on Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, and so much more. Of course, you can stream it on your gym times and on your commutes on Spotify. Yes, on Spotify. Check it out there. If you haven't already, save yourself these faces for radio and just listen to us. Just listen to us. We swear sometimes that's so much better to just listen to the audio-only version of the show. That's it for us. For Elgene, for Mikkolo, and for these nuts, I am Herald Silvestre. We'll see you guys.
That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, we'll make it happen. We'll make it happen. Till next time, we'll see you guys. Same bite time, same bite channel. Till then, get off your butts and quit stalling. We'll see you guys next week. Bye, everybody. Bye. Peace out.